Hello, hello, everyone. How are we doing today? Hope we're all having a fantastic day. For all of my friends in the US, happy Thanksgiving. However, I do feel majority of us in this community are Canadian. So we already had our Thanksgiving last week. But if you are from the US, American, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're having a great day. And if you are watching me today, I'm very grateful that you are watching today on Thanksgiving. All right, guys. So I'm going to be monitoring any questions or anything that you have here on the Facebook group. Oh, we've got somebody joining us today, which is amazing. All right. So today we're going to be talking about how to lose body fat and build lean muscle, aka how to get toned and defined. Hey, Trisha, how's it going? Okay, I'm going to turn your camera off. Is that okay? I'm going to turn your camera off. How do I do this? Stop video. Yeah, there we go. All right, you could just listen in. And if you have any questions, just unmute yourself as well, too. All right, everybody. So thanks for everybody who's joining me live today. If you're watching, say hello. We already said hi to Trisha. Trisha, I hope you're okay that I turned your camera off, because actually, do you want to be on? We could put you back on again if you want. I just have to pin my screen afterwards if I do that. Okay, so for those of you that are watching live, say hello. Hey, Kristen, nice to chat with you. Daniela is live with me today. Thank you, ladies, for joining me on this awesome Lunch and Learn. So we are going to dive into it. I'm actually going to talk about the 4 steps that we need to take in order to prioritize fat loss and build lean muscle. And we're going to go through all of that, why this is so important. So when we're talking about losing body fat and building lean muscle, the term is called body recomposition. Okay, so a lot of times I get so many women joining the community. We just had an influx of women joining the community. But typically what I hear is like, I want to look really toned and defined. And so to me, the terminology that we use as fitness professional is, we call this body recomposition. So what that means is that you're losing body fat, but you're gaining lean muscle. And, I talk about this very frequently. There is a huge distinction between fat loss and weight loss. Weight loss is you're losing fat and you're losing muscle, which if you're losing muscle, you're not going to look toned and defined. And I feel that traditionally, what women go to, what their go-to is for workouts is what? For those of you that are watching, just pop it in the comment section. Kelly Dawson, hi, Kelly. Thank you for watching me right now. Thank you for joining. Charlotte, thank you for joining as well, too. But for those of you that are watching that are not our one-on-one clients, or maybe before you became one-on-one clients, what would be your strategy when it comes to, I want to get toned and defined? I want to lose weight, but I want to get toned and defined. Just pop it in the comment section. I'm just curious to know from you guys, what is your go-to? What would you normally do? What is your plan to get really toned and defined? So can you pop that in the comment section? Weights, perfect, Kelly. I love that. What is your plan before you, like Charlotte, before you came to work with me? What was your plan to lose weight and get toned and defined? Daniela, Kristen, before working with me or coming to this community, weights for sure. Okay, so we've got a lot of weights, but what I do see a lot of women doing is a lot of HIIT, a lot of cardio. They'll go to the gym and they'll go on the elliptical for like 45 minutes. Decrease calories and step up workouts. Yeah, so that's typically what we would do. But what type of workouts were you doing beforehand? Were they strength training based, or was it a lot of cardio? Like, either hitting the gym and going on the elliptical, bike, doing HIIT classes. at 45, this is what I see a lot of women going to do. Cardio, yeah, lots of cardio. Oh, hi, Monica. Mostly cardio. Yeah, exactly. So this is typically what people turn to when it comes to, I want to lose weight, is like they just go to cardio. And when it comes to fat loss, cardio is not the most effective way to lose body fat and cardio and weights. It's not the most effective way to lose body fat. And I'm going to explain to you guys why it's not effective. So cardio is a cardiovascular exercise. It's designed for endurance. So if your goal is that you want to run long, a long way, if your goal is like maybe you're doing a marathon, maybe you're doing a run and you need to train for that, then by all means, that is the type of exercise you should be doing for a goal like that. However, we are talking about something different today. We are talking about fat loss, and we are talking about getting toned and defined and improving your body composition. So cardio is not the type of exercise that you want to be doing for that, simply because what happens when we're doing cardiovascular exercise is that the more cardio we do, our bodies become really efficient with that type of exercise. So over time, like, yes, you are burning calories during that time period while you're doing cardiovascular exercise. However, for the long run, you're not burning any calories afterwards, and your body actually will start breaking down lean muscle for energy. So what I've seen before in the past when people are doing cardio for fat loss is that they lose a whole bunch of muscle, and they lose a whole bunch of, they lose fat as well too, but they lose a whole bunch of muscle. So what ends up happening when you're losing a bunch of muscle like that is that, let's just say you end up losing 10 or 20 pounds, half of that is muscle mass that you've lost. And so what ends up happening is that you've now slowed down your metabolism. Okay, now what you've done is you've lost 10 pounds of lean muscle. So that means metabolically, your body is burning more calories at rest, and you're making it even harder for yourself to lose body fat. Okay, so the most effective way for you to lose body fat is to build lean muscle mass. And why it's so effective is that when you're building lean muscle mass, you're also increasing your resting metabolic rate. We need to understand how our bodies burn calories. 70% of how our body burns calories is our resting metabolic rate. This means how many calories our body is burning at rest when we're not doing anything, while we're sleeping and not doing anything. How many calories is our body consuming? So the more muscle we have on our body, the more calories our body is able to burn at rest. So if we have more calories that we're burning at rest, this makes fat loss a lot more easier. Okay. So when we're doing strength training, we, in order to change our body composition, we want to be doing high volume strength training, and we want to be using progressive overload training. So this is the first step that we need to be doing in order to lose body fat and build lean muscle. We need to do strength training. You want to be doing strength training, if the goal is to improve your body composition, at least 4 to 5 times a week. You could always start off with 3 and work yourself up to that. You will still see incredible changes by training 3 times a week. But if the goal is like you want to change your body composition, we got to be training at least 4 to 5 times a week. Kelly says here, elliptical, 10K on top. Okay, so elliptical and then 10K steps on top of it. So for those of you, most of you guys that are watching here, Kelly, I'm just curious, how many days a week do you train if you're still watching this? And I know the rest of you that are our clients train at least 3 to 4 times a week, maybe 4 to 5 times a week, but the type of training, 10 minutes tops. Okay, so you're just doing 4 days a week, only 10 minutes. Okay, so I would recommend that we increase that training volume a little bit, Kelly. So we need to be doing higher training volume to elicit muscle protein, chest, back, legs, switch. Yeah. So when we're training with when it comes to strength training, not all programs are created equally. And I did a post about this the other day. It's like, this is what I used to do. I used to go on YouTube. I'd put on like a YouTube workout, and then I would just do the workout. It wasn't very long, whatever the case might be. But I saw really no changes in my body composition. So now when we are training that we want to change our body composition, we want to lose body fat and build lean muscle, we need to be focusing on progressive overload training. What does this mean? It means that we're doing a program for at least 4 to 6 weeks at one time, and we are repeating that program week after week. Okay, so typically, like a program could look like when our clients come to us, you know, our clients get customized training program because we look at their physique, we look at you know, where they're at on their fitness journey, and we customize their program specific for them. But basically, you know, we might do 2 upper, 2 lower body splits. We might do full body splits. It really just depends on the client. But one thing stays consistent is that we are working on progressive overload training, and we are doing compound lifts. Compound lifts, what does that include? Squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, rows, hip thrusts, shoulder press, and what am I missing here? Shoulder press, chest press as well too, okay? These are all compound lifts. What do we mean by compound lifts? So for those of you that are watching, are these 7 moves in your current exercise programming that you're doing? Maybe they're not all in there at one time, but these 7 moves should be in your program. They could be variations of the moves. So squats, you have split squat, which is also the lunge. You might have variation of shoulder presses, chest presses, variation of hip thrusts. It could be a glute bridge as well too. These are the type of exercises you want to be doing. Why? Because they are multi-joint, multi-muscle exercises that give you the best bang for your buck. So you are recruiting multiple muscles to do that exercise. So you're not doing it, you know, we'll throw in some isolating exercises as well too, depending on our client, what we want them to develop. But this is the basis. These are foundational movements that they work on, and we keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger with these exercises, especially when we're doing squats, deadlifts, hip thrusts. Our clients can start lifting really heavily. And that's really what progressive overload training means, is that we are maybe starting off the program with 10 pounds, but then we are finishing off the program maybe at 15. You know, if it's like a compound movement, like a squat, we would be a little bit heavier. Maybe you're starting the program at 45 pounds, finishing the program at the end of the 6 weeks at 65 pounds. And why is this so important? This is how we elicit muscle growth. Okay, if we want to build lean muscle mass, we can't be doing random workouts. We have to do a dedicated strength training program. And with that strength training program, you're going to be repeating that program week after week. Kelly, and for those of you that are watching that are not clients, do all of you guys have my Hourglass Body Blueprint? If you join the community, we may have sent you a message. Let me just see, Kelly, if I would have sent you a message. Yeah, so I think that you did get a message, Kelly. So I'm not sure if you downloaded the, oh, sorry, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Sorry, I was listening to myself there. Okay, awesome. So with that program, in that Hourglass Body Blueprint, I have a 6-week training program. So you could do that at home, or you could do that in at a gym, whatever you prefer to do. Great place for you to start. And so this is what we want to be focusing on. So what is the second thing that we need to be doing in order to lose body fat? Well, the second thing that we need to be doing is we need to be consuming enough protein in our diet. So yeah, Kelly, if you go back and look at the original email that I sent you, there should be a link to download the Hourglass Sculpt workout program that you can start doing on your own. For the rest of you that are watching, do any of you guys have it? I mean, if you're clients, you have your own customized training and meal plan and nutrition program. But for those of you that are not clients that are in this community, it is one of the gifts that we give you for being a member in this community. And then on top of that, we also offer all of our clients a free strategy, all of our members a free strategy call. So you can get on a call with me. You fill out a form before you get on the call with me. I do like a little bit of a quick assessment, and the call is like a metabolic assessment or fix my diet assessment. And then I go over with you an action plan on really ultimately on how to get you to your goal, because everybody's different, right? So I offer that for free to all of our members within the community. So if you want that, just send me a DM or go check out your messages. We would have offered this for you. So yeah, the second thing is we want to make sure we're having enough protein in our diet. Now, how much protein should we be getting? We need about 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight. So, or ideal body weight. So if you are a woman that's about 180 pounds and your goal is to get to 150 pounds, you could do about 150 grams of protein per day. And the protein that we want to be consuming is high quality protein. Okay, so what do I mean by high quality protein? This is animal-based protein. So things like lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy. These are all really high quality protein sources that you can use. And if you do consume this, what I would normally recommend is if you need to do about 150 grams of protein per day, if you're someone that's just starting off, that's about 37 grams of protein per meal. You want to have at least 4 meals per day. This is what we know with new evidence out there. New evidence is showing we want to have 4 meals per day with a certain amount of protein per meal so that we can stimulate muscle growth. Okay. So that we want to make sure we're having enough protein. So why is protein so important? First of all, protein is how your body will build lean muscle mass. If we don't have enough protein in your diet, you could go and do all the strength training that you want in the world. However, it's going to be really hard for your body to build that lean muscle mass. So we have to make sure that the nutrition is supporting what you're doing in the gym, all of the work that you're putting in at the gym or at work or whatever the case may be. We got to make sure the protein is supporting that. So the other thing why protein is so important when it comes to fat loss is that it has a higher thermic effect of feeding. What does this mean? It means that your body actually burns more calories digesting protein compared to carbs and fats. So if you're eating enough protein in your diet, your body's burning more calories, which is again going to help with fat loss. It's helping you build more lean muscle mass, which we talked about earlier. The more muscle we have in your body, the more calories your body burns at rest. So that's why the protein is so important. Okay, if you're not consuming enough protein in your diet, going to be really hard for you to build that lean muscle mass. The other thing why I love protein so much, it's extremely satiating. Okay, meaning that it keeps you full. You know, like one of the biggest things that I see all of our clients when they start working with us that they notice is like before working with us, constantly snacking, constantly having sugar cravings, constantly going, snacking all day long, wanting a lot of carbs, eating a lot of sweets. And then when they start working with us, all of that goes away. And it's simply because they can start consuming enough protein. The other thing is that when you eat enough protein in your diet, it's extremely hard for you to overeat. So for those of you that are watching here that are clients of ours, have you noticed that, eating more protein really helps in terms of, keeping those sugar cravings at bay? Just pop it in the comment section and let me know. So yeah, we want to make sure we have enough protein in the diet. The other thing that is important when it comes to fat loss and improving your overall body composition is sleep. Okay. If we are not sleeping adequate enough, our bodies will fight fat loss and our bodies will not have enough time to recover. So recent studies are showing that the people that have the best body composition improvements in their body, they're having enough protein in their diet, they're doing the high volume, they're training adequately with progressive overload training. But the other thing is that they're sleeping well. So sleep is when the body repairs and rebuilds muscle mass. So you want to aim for at least 8 hours of quality sleep per night, so to support muscle growth and recovery, and also to help optimize hormonal levels as well too. So when lack of sleep will increase cortisol levels. If we're going through perimenopause and menopause, this is a big issue. So why is it such a big issue? Well, because what happens is that as we go through perimenopause and menopause, estrogen level starts to decrease, progesterone levels start to decrease. Then the adrenal glands, they kick in to try and make up for what's going on with the natural production of the estrogen and the progesterone levels dropping. And so when we have an increase of cortisol level during perimenopause and menopause, your body is constantly in this state of producing cortisol. So lack of sleep is also increasing your cortisol levels. So it's now not making hormonal levels function as well. Plus, we've got perimenopause and menopause on top of that. So it makes fat loss extremely difficult for your body to respond during this time frame of your life. So if you're a woman going through perimenopause and menopause, you're going through a fat loss phase or trying to build lean muscle, and we are not sleeping adequately. I had this with one of my clients. Her sleep was not great at all. And we were in a fat loss phase, and her body was just not responsive, super tired, not sleeping well. She put a lot of effort. I recommended to her, we gotta nail the sleep. We gotta improve this because your body's not responding. So what did she do? She did no electronics past 8 p.m. No electronics past 8 p.m. She took a bath. She was reading. She spent the time to calm the sympathetic nervous system down before she went to bed. She made sure she was wearing a sleeping mask. Her room was completely dark. She put anything that would have been a distraction for her. We also supplemented as well too. So we took things like magnesium, ashwagandha, I don't know if I'm pretty sure she took ashwagandha, but she took a lot of these supplements to help her promote a better night rest. God, as soon as we started doing that, within the first 2 weeks, her body started responding. So sleep is something that is really overlooked, but it plays a crucial role. We're seeing even more and more data, more evidence out there that this is one of the biggest things that they've seen. Sleep, strength training, and adequate protein intake. Those people saw the best body recomposition, where they're losing body fat and building lean muscle mass. So these are the things that we work on with our clients, is when our clients come to us, I want to lose weight, but we focus on fat loss. We focus on just making sure we're losing body fat. I have my Monica, I think you're watching right now. Monica lost 20 inches around her waist. She had done other programs before in the past. She's done Weight Watchers. She's done calorie counting, low carb, all of this stuff before in the past. She would lose weight, but she never lost this much in her waist. Why? Because we focused on fat loss with her. We made sure that she was strength training 3 to 4 times a week. We made sure that she was eating an adequate amount of protein every single day, so that her body was just losing body fat and not lean muscle. And that really made her tummy shrink so much. That's huge. 20 inches around your waist. Like, I know even with myself in the past, when I've just focused on weight loss before, like I got skinny in my legs, my face, whatever. Like I got shrunk there, but I had so much body fat in my midsection area. And that is because my approach was weight loss. It wasn't fat loss. And I wasn't doing anything to ultimately change my body composition. So it wasn't until I started working with the coach and I focused on strength training and everything that I'm talking to you about today, I started doing. And that's when my body composition started to change. Now, the fourth thing that is really important when it comes to losing body fat and building lean muscle is that we need to be in a slight caloric deficit. Now, I will preface this a little bit. In order to be in a calorie deficit, what that means is you're consuming less calories than your body needs so that your body use body fat as stored energy, consumes that so that your body is losing weight and body fat, not weight, losing body fat. So we need that. However, one thing that I will say is that your body needs to be ready to go into fat loss phase. So a lot of times when our clients come to us, we spend time building up their metabolism and priming their metabolism to go into a fat loss phase. And what I mean by that is if you're already eating 1,200 calories a day, your body is not ready to go into a fat loss phase. Okay. Like, where do you go from that? Do you go and eat 800 calories a day? First of all, your body's not even going to respond to that because it's so low. Your body becomes defensive. That you have to spend the time to build up your metabolism first before you go into a calorie deficit. So we like to do like a moderate, or depending on the client, it really depends on how aggressive we go on that calorie deficit, but it is required. It is the fat loss is driven by nutrition. Okay. And also by building lean muscle mass, but the fat loss is mainly driven by nutrition. Building lean muscle mass makes the fat loss process a lot easier, and it also improves your body composition. So if you want to get toned and defined, this is what you need to be doing. If you need to be eating an adequate amount of protein, you need to be doing strength training at least 3 to 5 times a week. You need to be sleeping for at least 8 hours every night, and you need to be in a little bit of a calorie deficit for fat loss. Okay, so for those of you that are watching, do we have any questions about anything that I said? So you might be saying, okay, Sara, these are really great tips. How do I do this? Go get my Hourglass Body Blueprint. Book a strategy call with me. I will lay out your action items of what you need to be doing. That is how you can start. Or, if you want something customized, you need the accountability, you want the support, and you do not want to do this on your own, you want everything figured out for you, then you can sign up and do one-on-one coaching with us. So those are your 3 options. Those are your 2 options that you could choose. You could do it on your own and or with the resources that I provided you, or you could do it with us with the support of one-on-one coaching. But check out get the Hourglass Body Blueprint, guys. I've given there like over $1,500 worth of free fitness gifts. Take advantage of it. Go download it, and then book the free strategy call with myself so that we can really help you put together a plan that's going to work for you at the end of the day. All right, everyone. I don't know who's left watching. Maybe we have a few of you. Maybe you're watching the replay. If you do watch the replay, comment below. So next week, I have some fun things going on. I'm going to be doing a live webinar. It'll be in the evening. It'll be about how to avoid gaining weight over the holidays. We're going into the holiday season. I'm going to be giving step-by-step action of what you need to be doing to avoid gaining the weight over the holidays. I'm also going to be doing a live cooking session next week, Friday, Lunch and Learn. I'm going to be doing a really tasty dessert or snack that you can make and you can share with your family. Some of my clients have already made this already. And yeah, so we've got all that. Trisha, do you got any questions before I go? I think you're still watching over here. Anybody else have any questions? Look out for that information. go grab the Hourglass Body Blueprint. If you want it, just comment blueprint below. I'll send you a link to get it. But thanks so much, guys, for watching today. I hope this information was really helpful for you. And we will chat soon, and we will see you all back again here next week. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.